We have been told that financial freedom is a math problem, but that is a lie. Real freedom is not about calculations. It is a full-scale rebellion against a broken system. My name is Meek, and I am officially inviting you to join the Buy Nothing Rebellion. Most people are currently drowning in financial quicksand without even realizing they are sinking deeper. Every paycheck seems to vanish before it hits your account, leaving you trapped and exhausted. This cycle of consumerism creates a state of financial servitude that feels impossible to escape. We are conditioned to crave psychological junk food that offers temporary highs but long-term regret. You might feel like a hamster on a wheel, running faster but never actually moving forward. What if the very things you were taught about responsible spending are actually keeping you broke? The Buy Nothing Rebellion is about reclaiming your power through radical intentionality and conscious choice. I have identified 5 specific categories of purchases that are systematically destroying your financial future. These hidden traps, like the lazy tax, drain your wealth while you are looking the other way. We often fall victim to artificial obsolescence, replacing items that were never meant to last. This rebellion is not about deprivation. It is about choosing a life that truly matters to you. Together, we will dismantle the consumer habits that have held your bank account hostage for years. It is time to stop settling for a life dictated by marketing departments and corporate greed. You deserve to own your time and your energy instead of trading them for clutter. By rejecting the status quo, we can finally pull ourselves out of the deep financial quicksand. This is your opportunity to rewrite the rules of your life and secure your lasting freedom. But before we start the fire, we must look at the advice keeping you trapped. Most financial gurus tell you that skipping your $4 morning coffee is the key to wealth. They claim that these small daily sacrifices will eventually build your path to true financial freedom. They are lying to you about how wealth is actually created in today's modern economy. Let's talk about the famous latte factor and why it serves as a massive, shiny distraction. Focusing on those pennies while your dollars are hemorrhaging is like using a band-aid for a broken leg. Is $4 really the only thing standing between you and a bank account worth $1 million? This narrow focus keeps you stuck in the financial quicksand while the real predators remain hidden. We have been conditioned to obsess over the small stuff while ignoring the massive psychological junk food. This mental programming is designed to keep you trapped in a perpetual cycle of mindless consumerism. The Buy Nothing Rebellion isn't about denying yourself joy. It is about reclaiming your personal power. We need to identify the 5 specific categories of purchases that are currently destroying your financial future. Instead of cutting coffee, we must confront the systems that enforce a state of financial servitude. First, we encounter the lazy tax, where convenience costs you far more than just your hard-earned money. Then there is artificial obsolescence, the trap where products are engineered to fail and be replaced. These categories represent the leaks in your boat while you are busy rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. Psychological junk food feeds your ego while starving your long-term security and robbing you of true peace. Why do we focus on the minor pennies while our major dollars are leaking out elsewhere? You are busy obsessing over $4 while missing the $50,000 elephant in the room. True rebellion requires understanding the psychological traps that make you feel like you never have enough. It is time to stop playing the small game and start identifying the real drains on your life. Every mindless purchase is a brick in the wall of the financial quicksand, holding you back today. To escape, you must recognize that consumer culture is a carefully crafted program designed for your submission. The Buy Nothing Rebellion targets the systemic issues, not just your morning caffeine routine and small habits. By identifying these 5 categories, you can finally stop the bleeding and start building real, lasting wealth. Before we dissect these categories, we must understand the mental traps that keep us feeling perpetually broke. That brings us to category 1, the shiny, leather-scented trap we call the new car debt trap. While you obsess over small coffee purchases, you are stepping directly into deep financial quicksand. The Buy Nothing Rebellion requires looking past the glossy marketing and seeing the true numbers underneath. We are conditioned to crave that new car smell, but it is actually expensive psychological junk food. Marketing departments spend billions to convince you that your current vehicle is already obsolete. They want you focused on the shiny paint rather than the staggering price tag attached to it. Today, the average price for a brand new car in America has officially surged past $50,000. Think about that for a second. You are basically driving a small mortgage down the highway. Why are we willing to trade 20 years of freedom for a smell that vanishes in months? The moment your tires hit the public street, your massive investment begins to evaporate instantly. A new vehicle loses 15% of its total value the second you drive it off the lot. To keep this illusion alive, dealers distract you with the concept of a manageable monthly payment. A typical monthly car payment today sits at a heavy $650 for many. Focusing only on that monthly number is a lazy tax that keeps you in perpetual financial servitude. That $650 adds up to nearly $8,000 every single year. Imagine what that money could actually do for your future if it stayed in your own pocket. If you invested those monthly payments instead, the power of compound interest would change your life. At average market returns, that same monthly payment would grow to approximately $400,000. You are literally trading a fortune in retirement for the status of a new SUV today. Are you buying a car for transport, or just to impress people at a red light? The Buy Nothing Rebellion looks like Nick, who chooses to drive a 2007 Toyota Camry. He ignores the artificial obsolescence pushed by commercials and keeps his wealth growing in his accounts. Every mile he drives in that older car represents another step toward his ultimate financial freedom. He refuses to let his net worth bleed out through a tailpipe just to look successful. True wealth is the money you don't see, not the depreciating metals sitting in your driveway. Break free from the hamster wheel of debt and stop paying for the privilege of working forever. Stop feeding the machine that profits from your desire to keep up with the imaginary neighbors. But it's not just about the metal in your driveway. It's about what you're wearing on your feet. We often believe small habits hold us back, but the real culprit is parked outside your house. That sleek machine in your driveway represents a massive leak in your long-term wealth strategy. Consider the average monthly car payment, which currently sits at a staggering $650. This is the cost of entry for what the Buy Nothing Rebellion calls financial servitude. While gurus scream about $4 lattes, they ignore this massive anchor dragging you into financial quicksand. Let us peel back the curtain and look at the cold, hard numbers behind this monthly drain. Paying $650 every single month quickly adds up to nearly $8,000 annually. That is $8,000 of your hard-earned labor vanishing into a rapidly depreciating piece of metal. It is a heavy price to pay for the fleeting scent of new leather and artificial obsolescence. But what happens if we redirect that money toward your freedom instead of your image? Imagine taking that same $650 and putting it into the stock market monthly. Instead of funding a bank's profits, you are now fueling your own uprising against consumer programming. Over 2 decades, those average market returns transform that monthly payment into a massive small fortune. After 20 years of consistency, your total account balance would climb to approximately $400,000. That is nearly $500,000 traded away for the status of driving a newer vehicle. This isn't just math. It is a choice between temporary comfort and permanent financial liberation. The system relies on you seeing that car payment as a standard, inevitable part of adulthood. By breaking this cycle, you stop paying the lazy tax on your own future potential wealth. Every dollar kept is a soldier in your rebellion against a lifetime of unnecessary financial struggle. When you see the massive impact of these large categories, the math becomes impossible to ignore. Category 2 of our journey through financial quicksand is the seductive yet hollow illusion of status. You might see someone wearing $300 sneakers while their actual savings account holds only $3. This is the heavy price we pay for psychological junk food that feeds vanity but starves our future. We have been conditioned to define our value by the status symbols we hang on our tired bodies. These symbols often manifest as luxury watches, designer sneakers, and jewelry that glitter with many empty promises. Are you truly expressing your unique identity, or are you just wearing your net worth on your body? Behind every flashy logo usually lies a deep insecurity that demands constant and expensive external validation. We trade our precious time for a costume of success while remaining trapped in a cycle of servitude. Paying $300 for sneakers is often a lazy tax on those who prioritize perception over reality. In reality, the majority of millionaires look quite ordinary and rarely bother with expensive designer clothing. True wealth is often silent, while the desperate need for attention screams through flashy, overpriced accessories. These purchases act like psychological junk food, providing a temporary high followed by a long financial crash. Fast fashion and luxury trends rely on artificial obsolescence to keep you buying what you do not need. The Buy Nothing Rebellion asks us to look past the brand and see the debt hidden beneath. Who are you trying to convince when the person in the mirror knows the truth about your balance? Sinking into this lifestyle creep is like walking through financial quicksand while wearing heavy gold-plated boots. Owning wealth is a private freedom, while wearing wealth is a public performance for people who don't care. We must stop using our limited income to buy the respect of strangers who are just as broke. Every designer tag is a stitch in the fabric of the financial servitude that keeps us working forever. Strip away the labels and the logos to discover what is actually left of your financial independence. When you are finally done looking rich, you realize you are actually too broke to leave your house. Now we move to category 3, the performance vacation, where we trade our peace for a photo op. A one-week vacation shouldn't take 3 long years to pay off, yet millions do it anyway. That is not a holiday. It is a financial hangover that lingers long after your tan fades. Is the point of your vacation to actually rest, or just to post about it online? Luxury vacations financed with credit cards are a trap designed to keep you in financial servitude. We charge $5,000 for a single week in Europe just to escape our daily lives. This high-interest debt becomes psychological junk food, offering a temporary high followed by a massive crash. Why do we go into deep debt to escape a life we are too broke to change? The Buy Nothing Rebellion asks you to stop paying for a memory with your entire future. True mental health breaks do not require a passport or a massive blow to your savings account. You are sinking into financial quicksand every time you swipe for a flight you cannot afford. The lazy tax is paying interest on a dinner you ate in Paris 3 summers ago. Artificial obsolescence tells you that last year's destination is no longer trendy enough for your feed. Consider the peace found at a quiet lake only 30 minutes away from your front door. These local escapes provide the same mental reset without the crushing weight of high-interest debt. We must value real rest over the hollow performance of looking like we are living large. Your financial freedom is worth more than a collection of staged photos in a foreign city. The rebellion still values rest and exploration, just not at the cost of your future self. We trade our peace for a temporary escape and return home to the same crushing stress. Stop using your credit card to buy a lifestyle that you haven't actually earned yet. Every dollar spent on interest for an old vacation is a dollar stolen from your liberation. Real recovery happens when your bank account stays full, while your mind finally finds some quiet. If your vacation requires years of labor to pay back, you aren't resting. You're just borrowing. Choose the simple path of low-cost breaks and watch your financial quicksand slowly start to dry. We trade our peace for a photo op, then return home to the same stress we escaped. That leads us to the most subtle trap of all. Category 4. The artificial upgrade cycle. Joining the Buy Nothing Rebellion means recognizing when marketing tactics masquerade as genuine technological needs. Apple recently released a new laptop that is exactly 3 millimeters thinner than previous models. But ask yourself, is your life actually 3 millimeters better because of this minor change? This is psychological junk food designed to make your perfectly functional tools feel suddenly obsolete. We have surrendered to marketing departments that decide exactly when our current devices become old. Every week, major carriers like AT&T and Verizon flood your inbox with urgent upgrade emails. These persistent messages are designed to pull you back into a cycle of financial servitude. They want you to spend $1,000 on a device that offers marginal improvements. Think about Nick's phone, which already flawlessly handles the internet, photography, and simple calls. If a device still connects and captures memories, why do we feel the need to replace it? We are being lured onto a digital treadmill where the finish line is always moving. Now they tell us we need HDR features on every screen just to keep up. It is like buying a new hammer just because the old handle is a different blue. Falling for these shiny distractions is a lazy tax that keeps you in financial quicksand. We must stop letting companies dictate the shelf life of the technology we already own. True liberation comes from maintaining total control over your consumption and your bank account. Don't let the noise of artificial obsolescence drown out your path to real financial freedom. Your current tools are likely more than enough to build the life you actually want. They want you to think your phone is dying so they can sell you its ghost. While others chase the latest model, I find my freedom behind the wheel of a 2007 Toyota Camry. Most people see an old sedan, but I see a shield against the rising tide of financial servitude. Every morning, I turn the key and ignore the whispers of a culture obsessed with constant artificial upgrades. This car isn't just a vehicle. It is a rolling manifesto for the buy-nothing rebellion. Our society views an older car as a failure, a sign that you have fallen behind. But choosing to keep what works is the ultimate way to escape the trap of financial quicksand. We are taught that our worth is measured by the shine of our paint and newness of technology. That pressure is psychological junk food, designed to make you feel perpetually unsatisfied with your current life. If your car still moves you from point A to point B, the rest is just theater. Rejecting the urge to upgrade helps you avoid the lazy tax of unnecessary interest and monthly payments. My Camry represents a choice to value my future time over the fleeting scent of new leather. It is a quiet refusal to participate in a race where the finish line always moves away. This philosophy extends beyond the garage and into the very pocket where you keep your phone. My device isn't the newest, but it performs the only 3 functions that actually matter to me. It connects me to the internet, captures photos of my life, and allows me to make calls. Anything beyond those basic needs is often just a marketing gimmick designed to trigger artificial obsolescence. We are conditioned to crave more megapixels and faster processing speeds we will never truly utilize. When you stop buying into the hype, you stop paying the price for someone else's profit margins. Every year you hold on to your current tech is a victory for your personal financial freedom. This is how we dismantle the cycle of debt that keeps so many people feeling trapped. Standing firm against social pressure requires a mindset that values function over the illusion of high status. It is about recognizing that your identity is not defined by the brands you carry or drive. By opting out of the upgrade cycle, you reclaim the power to direct your own capital. Every dollar saved from these traps is a soldier in your personal buy-nothing rebellion. We must learn to see through the marketing and find contentment in tools that still work perfectly. A 2007 Camry might not turn heads, but it certainly doesn't empty your bank account every month. True rebellion starts when you realize that good enough is often better than brand new. We are reclaiming our lives from the clutches of consumerist expectations and constant comparisons. The path to wealth is paved with the things we choose not to buy for appearances. It is time to look at your possessions and decide who is really in control of your journey. Before we hit the final category, you must understand what happens inside your brain when you stop. The first 30 days of the Buy Nothing Rebellion are undeniably the hardest part of the journey. You are going to feel the withdrawal as your brain screams for those missing dopamine hits. For years, you have used retail therapy as a form of psychological junk food for your soul. Every swipe of your card sent a chemical reward through your system, masking the financial quicksand beneath. Now that the supply is cut off, the silence in your digital card feels heavy and uncomfortable. This discomfort is the physical sensation of your brain beginning to rewire its ancient neural pathways. Think of it as opening the casing and carefully rewiring the circuit board of your daily habits. You are moving away from financial servitude and toward a state of conscious, intentional living. While the first month tests your resolve, it is merely the foundation for a much larger shift. As the weeks pass, the frantic urge to click buy now begins to lose its powerful grip. By the time you reach the 90-day mark, a profound psychological shift finally starts to take hold. You no longer see products as solutions to your problems, but as burdens to your newfound freedom. Can you handle the 90-day shift and face the reality of what you truly need? Breaking free from the food delivery habit allows you to reclaim essential life skills like home cooking. When was the last time you felt a sense of accomplishment from doing something for yourself? You realized that convenience was just a lazy tax you paid to avoid developing your own mastery. Every meal prepared at home becomes a small victory against the culture of artificial obsolescence. You are no longer a passive consumer waiting for a package to bring you a fleeting moment of joy. Once you break the cycle, you realize you have been paying a tax you never actually agreed to. Now that you see the traps, it is time to look at your own financial quicksand. Open your bank statement and prepare to confront the reality of where your money truly goes. We are looking for the 5 specific categories that define the core of our Buy Nothing Rebellion. Scan your transactions for that first major culprit, the heavy burden of new car debt and interest. Look closer for the subtle signs of status chasing, those purchases made only to impress people you dislike. Identify the performance vacations that left you with nothing but a digital photo and a credit card balance. Spot the artificial upgrades where you surrender to artificial obsolescence just because a newer version finally arrived. Watch out for the lazy tax, those convenience charges that slowly bleed your potential wealth every single day. Every transaction you find in these categories represents another link in the chain of your financial servitude. Total the numbers for each category to reveal which one is currently acting as your biggest leak. Seeing the truth written in black and white is the first step toward reclaiming your personal freedom. Many people find that psychological junk food is where their hardest-earned dollars are actually disappearing. This audit is the spark that ignites your personal rebellion against a culture designed to keep you broke. You might feel a sting of regret, but use that energy to fuel your escape from the cycle. Prepare yourself, because the first month of this Buy Nothing rebellion is notoriously the hardest period. Your brain will crave the dopamine hits it usually gets from spending on these unnecessary category items. You are not just cutting expenses. You are deprogramming a lifetime of conditioning from a consumer-driven world. Stick to the plan even when the urge to return to your old habits feels completely overwhelming. Every dollar you keep is a soldier in your fight for a future that belongs only to you. Look at your biggest leak again and realize that its power over you ends starting right now. Finally, we reach Category 5, the most common and expensive habit of our modern age. Are you truly too busy to drive 2 miles, or are you just paying a lazy tax? We have been conditioned to see food delivery as a basic necessity instead of a luxury. A meal prepared just 2 miles away can easily balloon to $30 after the fees. Is 20 minutes of your time really worth the $25 you're throwing away? That round trip to the restaurant takes mere minutes, yet we surrender our freedom for convenience. Consider the cost of delivered Chinese food, which can spike to $25 per person. You could prepare that same meal at home for just $5 in better quality. Instead, your expensive dinner sits in a humid delivery bag for 30 minutes during transport. By the time it arrives, the food is soggy and the price has tripled for nothing. Regular users of these apps often find themselves bleeding $200 every single month. This is psychological junk food, a recurring drain that keeps you stuck in financial quicksand. Forget the $4 coffee myth. This is the real leak drowning your future bank account. Paradoxically, these same people claim they cannot afford to put $50 into an investment. You are choosing temporary convenience over the long-term liberation of the Buy Nothing rebellion. It is time to admit that food delivery is a luxury expense, not a survival requirement. Why is your current laziness more important than the security of your future self? We are paying for a luxury while living a compromise in every other area of life. This habit represents a fundamental misunderstanding of what your time and money are truly worth. If you spend $200 on delivery, but cannot invest $50, you have a priority problem. Breaking this cycle is the final step in escaping the invisible chains of financial servitude. Stop paying the lazy tax and start funding the life you were actually meant to lead. When the dust of the rebellion settles, this is the profound clarity you are left with. Close your eyes and imagine yourself at 65, standing at the edge of your lifelong journey. Does that older version of you care about the leather-scented status symbol you drove in your 30s? In that distant moment, the flash of a new car feels like a fleeting, forgotten ghost. Your future self values the weight of retirement savings far more than the plastic toys of youth. The Buy Nothing rebellion is not about deprivation, but about securing your ultimate peace of mind. We have spent years drowning in financial quicksand, trading our precious hours for hollow, shiny objects. Every dollar reclaimed from the lazy tax is a brick in the foundation of your actual freedom. Remember that 2007 Camry, a humble chariot carrying you away from the chains of artificial obsolescence. You are finally choosing legacy over labels and deep satisfaction over the rush of psychological junk food. Think of the countless nights you stayed awake worrying about bills that funded someone else's luxury. That cycle of financial servitude ends the moment you decide your time is worth more than status. True wealth is the ability to say no to the performative traps that once defined your life. Imagine the silence of a debt-free morning where your only master is your own intentional choice. The world will keep selling you the next upgrade, but you have finally stopped buying the lies. Every purchase you skip is a silent victory in the war against the programming of consumer culture. You are no longer a victim of lifestyle creep, but the deliberate architect of your financial destiny. Will your future self thank you for another pair of sneakers or the gift of total freedom? The price of your peace of mind is simply the courage to walk away from the herd. This rebellion is your awakening, a total rejection of the math they used to keep you small. You are reclaiming your power from the industries that profit from your insecurity and your boredom. Your worth is not measured by the logos on your clothes or the model of your phone. It is found in the autonomy you gain when you stop feeding the bottomless pit of desire. The road ahead is paved with the compounding interest of your discipline and your newfound vision. It is time to stop building someone else's empire and start building your very own legacy. The rebellion against financial servitude doesn't happen all at once. It starts with one single choice. So, how do you finally begin your journey out of this suffocating financial quicksand? You don't need to fix everything today. You just need to light the fuse on one change. Look back at the 5 categories and decide which one you are cutting from your life first. Will you escape the car debt trap and trade that shiny status symbol for true mobility? Or perhaps you are ready to stop feeding the psychological junk food of luxury brand chasing. You might choose to abandon performance vacations and find peace without needing a photo op. Maybe it is time to break the cycle of artificial obsolescence and keep your current gear. Or you could finally eliminate the lazy tax that drains your bank account every single month. Are you ready to rebel and reclaim the hours of your life from corporate empires? This first step is the most vital move toward building a legacy that is actually yours. Choosing one category provides the clarity needed to stop building someone else's kingdom today. Join the Buy Nothing Rebellion by subscribing for more reality checks on your path to freedom. Tell us in the comments which category you are purging first to start your own revolution. Every dollar you save is a minute of freedom you buy back from the system. True wealth isn't about what you own, but about who owns your precious time. Imagine waking up without the weight of consumer debt pulling you back into the quicksand. I will see you in the next reality check as we continue our fight for liberation. The rebellion has begun, and your future self is waiting for you to take charge. Stop serving the machine and start living for the things that truly matter to you.